How's it going today, folks? I'm Braap and welcome back to the Braap Shack. Today we're going to start a bit of a job that I've had here waiting for parts for a little while. It's a 1999 Polaris Indy 500 liquid cooled. The issue with this machine is being that it's liquid cooled, it relies on snow to be cooled. Well, it has like no track left. Like, I don't know, I'd say maybe a half inch in some places. Other places, like right here, like it's gone. The paddles are ripped off. So Braap John sold the customer this track off of MXZ part sled that we had out back. It is, I don't know, I think it was like 1.75 inches or something. I don't know, let's measure. So we'll go from having like a 1/2 inch to 1.75 inches. You know, the problem with that is this machine uses 2.52-inch drivers. This track uses 2.86-inch drivers. There's guys on the internet that say it'll work, just throw it on the old gear and everything will be fine. But I ordered some 2.86-inch drivers. WHAL Bros? Well Bros? WHAL Bros? Racing products. So we'll see. The other thing, the hood was busted and missing a piece, so I made him a piece. And look at this custom setup. Got the brake lever on the right hand, throttle over here. The owner of this machine unfortunately only has his left arm, so the carbs were full of some brownish sticky goo. So they're over there next to the drivers. They've already been cleaned and reassembled. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I haven't done too much. I cleaned it up a little bit on the outside, but so at the moment what we need to do, we gotta pull that clutch, because right up in behind it there is the bearing and the other side of the driver shaft. We also need to pull the bottom gear, because that is this side of the driver shaft. Once we have that off and the bearing and everything released on the other side behind that clutch, we'll drop it over on its side, pull out that bolt, same two on the other side, that bolt. Then the skid will come out, the driver should be loose. We'll pull that out and the track will come right off. So first things first, let's get this gear. she's pretty gnarly. I popped the drain plug and this fucking thing. Oh, about a cup and a half of water, maybe a quarter cup or so of fucking actual sludge. I just about said oil there for a second, but she wasn't oil, that's for sure. Oh, this clutch. Looks like a 13 maybe. Made in the USA, it's probably a half inch. Yeah. Half inch. Well, I'm fucking using a 13. Hold the brake while you do this. Stop that clutch from spinning. Well, that was more difficult than it should have been. But we got her. So now this was that plate. One. There's the third nut down at the bottom down there. One there. One there. That's the speedo cable. So let's deal with these three nuts here. They look like they're probably half inch. But I am going to use a 13 because I'm cool like that. And I'm Canadian, eh? Alright, so now that we got that all disconnected, I'm going to pull those bolts on the sides. We'll get this bitch tipped up on its side. We'll get that out of there. Holda new. Fuck, that is gonna be an amazing difference. Yep. So now we gotta get these off of here and get these onto there. And if you've noticed, they're a tad hair shorter. These are 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, just like I thought. 9. These guys here are 7. Mind you, they are spaced further apart, so you know, less. But yeah, that's next. So I don't have a shop press, so what does that leave me for options? That is the question. So I'm gonna look into that for a moment. I don't know, I might have to take this to a shop in town and have it pressed on. I don't know. Or maybe we can fucking just smash it on there with a hammer. Eh? Smash it on there with a hammer? We'll see. I'll figure that out and I'll flip the camera back on and get back at you. Well, I'm back with this 99 Indy 500 build. It's been a bit of a waiting game, fucking around waiting for this and that, and so I've tinkered around with it a little bit, done some of the small stuff, like because of how wide these drivers are and where they need to sit, whereas the factory ones sat kind of like right here, leaving like 5 inches of stub. Right, but these new drivers, because they come through the windows of the track, see, the old drivers would have ran in here, further in, right? The new drivers need to run here because they go inside the windows. So for that reason, you would normally leave your chain case in to install your driver axle, but because this is so far out, there's guys on the internet say that you can't do it. All you need to do is pull your chain case. We'll go ahead and we'll install this axle with the track, and we'll install it through the hole, right? Then we put the chain case back on, and that's it. So it's an extra step. If it means that much to you to get 2.86 inch drivers on one of these older machines, don't let the interweb tell you it can't be done. It can. It's just more fucking around. I mean, it's enough fucking around just to change your drivers, but then you gotta go pull your chain case off. And I mean, a lot of times in these old machines, it don't hurt to pull them off anyway. I mean, they can use good cleanings and shit. So that's ready. Carbs are ready. I'm ready. Track's ready. So we're going to start with, like I said, the axle, drive axle, and the track. We're going to get them on, so that way we can throw the chain case back on and put the brake back on top of the chain case so it's not flopping around under here. Once the chain case and the brake are back on, we're then going to tip this bitch on its side. we're going to install the suspension back in. Another request by the owner was the machine was too low and it bottomed out in the snow too easy. Well, these machines, you see right here's the factory hole, there's the new hole, but if you look underneath you can't see jack shit. If you look underneath, you see how the steel support bracket had 3 holes, but they only punched one through on the outside, and that's this upper one. So I just went ahead from underneath and punched out the lowest one. Now on the back, there's your factory hole. Okay, well, what I did was I took the bracket off of another machine. I removed the original support bracket, and that is an actual suspension bracket from another machine, which brings it down the perfect amount, a little over 2 inches. So I did that. You know, like I said, I tinkered around a little bit, but there was nothing, you know, video worthy. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get this fucking suspension in. Alrighty, so I'll set you up right here-ish. Can you see? Alright, so you're gonna want to take, sorry about that, you want to take your track. There's probably much easier ways of doing this, but I'm sure you've heard me say this before. I think I like to struggle. So, fill that, put that guy up in there. You can get your little triangle. Get those fucking 3 bolts through. Okay, now you're kind of half-ass hanging there. Okay, so now we will go up top. Up top here. Oh, there they are. Okay, so this guy goes like this. I suppose we can clean this crap up a little bit here. Get that bearing lined up as best you can. Now, somewhere on this fucking cable there should be an end with the screwy dooey on it, right there. I don't know if you can even see that, but you fucking jam it in there and then you twist it. Pretty fucking simple. But if you've gotten this far, you took it apart, so You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, this side. Oh, this side. And then these bolts come in from the back side. Once you Alrighty, so see, there you go. Anybody who says you can't, oh, you can't do it because there's not enough stub left on the end of the fucking, and just so you know, those are, I don't know how you pronounce it, WHAL bros or WHAL bros, WHAL bros, drivers. You can order them on the internet, on eBay, on fucking Royal Distributing. You can get them all over the place there. And you can get any kind. You can choose your shaft style, you can choose your teeth, you can choose your pitch. You can choose everything. So I'm going to slam the brakes on this for a few minutes. And I'll turn the camera back on after. Like I said, we're going to throw the brake back on. Possibly the carbs, because then this will be just done. But maybe not. We'll throw the brake on for sure so it's not flopping around when we fucking roll this on its side. We'll let down this fucking dangerous fucking strap contraption we got going on here. Look at that. Just barely hanging on. But good enough. And we'll attach the brake, flip it on its side, throw the suspension in, drop it back down on whatever, all threes. We have a set of skis here, better than what's on there. Them are fucked. That's the floor you're looking at right there. That's the floor. These things are fucked. So yeah, we'll throw, most of this shit will be done tonight, most likely. As you can see, it's dark outside. It's probably nighttime. I don't know what that says over there. 7:45. So slam brakes on this for a bit. I'll flip the camera back on when I come back out. But anyway, there it is. They say you can't do it, you just saunt it. See you in a bit. Well, our chain case cover all cleaned up. Just figured I'd give you a couple shots here real quick. I was in a bit of a rush, so I didn't throw on the camera, but I threw the gears in. They're not in there tight, as you can see. Bottom bolt's not in, chain's still loose. But yeah, I just threw everything back in there, you know, kind of half-assed together. I got the RTV on there. So I'm gonna tighten this shit up and then throw on the cover, and yeah. Finger tight on the tensioner, back quarter turn from finger tight. like I bumped the camera there. I don't know. There's a nice fresh O-ring on it. It goes right here. I don't know how well you can see that right there. If you put a new O-ring on it, you don't really gotta tighten it up too much. You know, just snug it up. Okay, so that's closed up. Because of the rubber around the chain case there is the old one, I threw a little shot of RTV in behind it. So we're not going to put oil in it right now. That's done for now. We're going to let this set up for a few minutes, and I'll flip the camera back on in a little bit. And we'll throw the suspension and carbs on it, and we'll probably give this bitch a fire. So that's it for the moment. Talk to you.